Hi everyone, my name is Keith Dobson. I decided to do my informative video on the effects of Hurricane Sandy. I got a first-person view of it. Well, not first-person, but I have family that lives in New York because that's where I'm from, and I got their view of the hurricane and the effects that the hurricane has had on them. If you don't know too much about Hurricane Sandy, it hit the East Coast about the middle of last week, and it's pretty much single-handedly shut down the city of New York somehow. My first source was my Aunt Denise. She lives out in Long Island in Montauk, and the hurricane hit really bad out there because it's out on the island. There's water all around the island, as you would know, and it did a lot of damage to her home, and it did a lot of damage to her personal life. Having a daughter, a single mother, she wasn't able to go out and perform her duties because she's a traveling insurance salesman, and not being able to drive around and sell your product really hurts your income. And she stated that she's not getting compensated for any of the miscues or none of the income that she hasn't been receiving. And her daughter has been stuck at home with her because she has no way to get her to school due to the floodings, and the floodings even reached to her doorstep and came into her home. And believe it or not, my grandparents live about 30 minutes away from her, and their home pretty much was unscathed. The weather was the same, but somehow the outside of their home was undamaged. Maybe some shingles were thrown off the roof here and there, but no water got inside, even though the streets were flooded just as they were at my aunt's house. And home, so they had to rely on the supplies that they had, and running out of medication, they needed to make an emergency call to a hospital to get medication delivered so that the people could continue to live their lives and, God forbid, not die. And to this day now, all three still have no power, and they're not expected to receive power again for a few weeks. Somehow, even with the storm dying down really good right now, their situations are still really bad, and we feel like the city itself isn't doing too much to help them out. And all the Red Cross relief that they're doing, it's not really helping much of the outskirts, but more or less the city in itself. And they feel like it's unfair, but I'm not here to persuade you to do anything. I'm just here to inform you and let you know everything that was going on from a first-person view, other than what you see on the news or what you read in the newspaper or on the internet. And I thank you for listening.